I'm sorry again, my friends. I think we will go further our 20 minutes of tea time. I was chatting with Anna of Mindfulteas, and I think that now it's everything working. I try to fix it. It's the first time that I go live with a tea lover, and I want to keep this live session weekly if possible. So don't worry, I will save this video if it's going through. I will put also the Italian subtitles, and let's we can proceed and talk with Anna without any internet connection interruption. Sorry about that. I'll try to fix
Okay,
it. I think now we're fine
great.
from my side. So let's a little bit catch up with what we've been saying before. So first of all, this is a chat to talk about what tea represents for us. For in our busy life, no matter if we are just tea lover or mother or busy workers, whatever we do in our life, we can find 10 or couple of minutes to spend with our special beverage, which is something that requires just a couple of minutes more than a quick espresso coffee, for example, that for us we are both Italian, we know, but it's a moment that you really gift to yourself to find your moment of relaxation or focus or center. And before asking more about what represented for you, that now I know you are a mom, so it must be hard to find this time, I want also to understand how you start Mindful Teas, your page.
Yes, basically 5 years ago I went to Japan and a bit by chance. I'm in love with Asia, with all the Asian region
Yeah,
for
before,
years.
for who missed the first part, I'm sorry about that. You said that you've been also to China. I didn't know this.
Yes, it's
Okay.
my one of my great passions, China.
Wow. I've never been. I like Chinese tea also a lot. I also try to study it and approach it a little bit more, but I never been. But you said that at that time you were not so into tea.
Yes, I used to drink tea already, but I didn't know that much into tea. I just consider it a beverage, not just because I didn't like coffee and I was used to drink tea, but not, I wasn't that into it. I didn't know much about it. I wasn't that curious about it. But I came back from
Okay.
China with lots of teas, and after seeing people drinking tea everywhere there, and from there something clicked a bit. So I changed a bit my way of drinking tea from there. And then by chance I met some people from Japan, two of my very best tea friends, Simona and Matsumoto from Kyoto Obubu Tea Farms.
Yes, that we are. I
Um,
think we are both drinking the tea from Obubu.
yes,
I've got these very nice
yes,
little tea bags from Japan before leaving. I say hi to Simona and Matsu that I met them in Obubu. So yeah, it was nice. Okay, so you met them while in Japan.
no, in Europe,
Ah,
and
I see.
that's where I discovered Obubu is doing an internship for whoever wants to learn about tea and spend there some time working at Obubu. So I thought, wow, living once in a Japanese rural town, a small town, a tea town, and learning about tea. So like two of my things that I liked a lot combined, Asia and tea. So there
So
I
you
went.
basically stayed working in the Obubu tea farm.
Yes,
That's
yes,
that's magic because it's really in the middle of the tea field in the tea plantation,
yes.
not far from Kyoto, if I'm right.
It's
So
not
that's
far. It takes 1 hour and a half by public transport. So it's an excellent location. You are in the countryside, but you can go to Kyoto in the weekends or whenever you're free.
just people to know, the real metropolis of Japan is Tokyo. Apart from that, it's basically all countryside. And also Kyoto and all the surrounding, it's just green. And it's I've been there only one day, and it was really like a full immersion into nature, and I was really surrounded by tea. Everything is covered by tea. So wonderful experience. And it's there that you got the idea of the Global Japanese Tea Association first?
It started there.
Mm.
Matsu-san and Simona were already thinking about some educational program to develop outside from Obubu, and there I learned so much, and I got so much more into tea. And if I had to leave, but I was thinking, okay, I want to keep on doing something about tea. I want to do my part to spread tea culture, but also where tea comes from, about tea farmers, how tea is cultivated and processed, how hard it is, and for people to appreciate a bit more the tea is not only a beverage, but there's much effort into it.
Yes, because doing an internship there, it's like real doing the actual work, like the picking
Yes,
of the tea, the process,
yes,
and you wanted also to transmit the people and the handwork behind it.
yes.
And this is something that people, I think, they never think about, especially if they drink in tea banks. You really miss the idea of the overall process, right?
Yes, and I wanted to share the story behind the teas I get to know, and one day I remember I was just I did help in the fields that day in the morning, and it was really hot, and it was not a pleasant work because it was weeding. It is taking off all the weeds that come out in the tea fields, and you need to do it before harvest. And while harvest is rewarding because you see what you're picking, but weeding is just you're taking off bad weeds and nothing else. So it was really hot and really hard work, but still I enjoyed it so much, and all the people were so welcoming and happy, and we all had lunch together. It was a very nice day, and I remember going to Kyoto in the afternoon after working in the fields, thinking the tea is something that means a lot to me, and I wanted to share teas that have a special meaning and are made with meaning. People that make the teas are passionate about and put so much effort about it. So I was thinking, okay, I'll do something. I'll do something and I'll call it like meaningful teas or something like that. But then it switched to mindful because on one side, I want to share the story of the teas, and on the other, tea for me is taking some time, like some time off from everything else. You prepare the tea, you drink the tea, some time to rest and to stay there with the tea and relax and think about the nature where that tea comes from and the people. So yeah, that's how mindful teas was born.
With sport. Yeah, for that's very nice to know, and it's very interesting for me because, as I said before, for me the idea of mindfulness and tea was coming together, and that it's why I thought about you as first person. It because like tea for me, it's really a moment for you, for yourself that you can find every day. You can do it. The fact that it's like, oh no, I'm busy, it takes time, and this is like you. I wanted to show to people how quick is it, how easy is it, like to have the real leaf. That here I've got a little bit of the gemaicha to show to people how it's nice to have the leaf into your hand and brew it. And take a couple of minutes, but I really like your concept of says, and what's beyond it? What happened before the leaves are coming here? And who didn't? In the heat of humidity, we know that tea country are super humid, right? I don't recommend anybody to go into Japan during July or August. It's just like, even now with the raining season, it's already very, very humid. So if you start thinking about that, what you're drinking, it's just really gives you all the energy that comes with it. And in your account, I can see it. I like the fact that you are really trying to transmit to us these vibes. Your picture are natural. Like the moment you enjoy the tea, you take the picture and you share. It's nothing about light and having the perfect shot. And that is why I really, really like your concept and how you transmit this to people.
Thank
I
you.
think you're doing really good to really to show to people what's happened before. And I can feel that you've been there, and I can feel that it's also a kind of gratitude, right, to these people. Like, thank you
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Because
for
it's
me.
thanks to them that we can drink tea. So
Yes. And just to connect also with this mindfulness approach that we have, in Tokyo, I was doing this mindfulness and tea approach, like the ceremony, the one with the Kyushu teapot, so not the matcha ceremony, just the leaf. And every time we were drinking it, my teacher, she was a girl, Rika, always dressing in kimono. So for her, it was sacred moment, but every time she was finishing the serving tea, saying, "Thank you very much to the producer, to the land, first of all, to the producer, but also it's like to the lorry driver that brought all the tea to the shop." And it was just like, oh my God, I never thought about it. But she was really saying thank you to all this chain of people. And it was like, okay, in this cup, there is a lot, a lot of work. And yeah, and how do you still combine this passion just to come to like real life? Okay, we are talking about with real people that are tuning in, and thank you very much to giving our this time. But like in the morning, for example, you are a mom. You are keeping your tea page. You are doing your activity with the Global Tea Association. So how you combine everything together and still have this mindfulness time with your tea?
now it's a bit harder. Now that I'm a mom, it's harder. My baby is 4 months old, so it is a bit challenging to have some time alone for tea. But anyway, I try to. Of course, nowadays I drink much less tea than before, because a little bit because of caffeine. Because while breastfeeding, you're not supposed to drink caffeine. I do anyway, but I reduced a bit, and more because there's no really much time. Because of course the baby is around. You need to be with the baby basically 24 hours a day, so there's not much quiet and peaceful time at the moment, but still, whenever I'm busy and I don't have much time, like before when I was working in an office before COVID, I think you can still choose to have your cup of tea. Of course, you cannot, if you have no time either for work or for a baby, of course you cannot take like an hour doing multiple brews and taking your time, whatever. But you can still make maybe a quick cup of tea, and that cup of tea, even if it's quick, maybe I wouldn't use some sort of teas like pu'er that you would brew it for ages. It's a bit of a waste if you have only one cup. But there's lots of other teas you can use, and for however brief the moment is, just smelling the aroma of the leaves and drinking the tea, it has a powerful effect. It just relaxes you a bit, and I do feel that it connects to nature. I don't know if it is because I think about when I was in the tea fields or whatever, but I the freshness of the tea, and yeah, I think it brings me back to nature. So however brief the moment is, I think it's still better than nothing. And
Yes.
And this moment, this feeling, it helps you relax. It helps you switch your brain off, even if it is for a minute. And
Yeah, I believe in this power of quick cup of tea. Always, even if it's really 1 minute, and that's why I use like a Kyushu teapot, like in 30 seconds, I really brew a fresh sencha or, wherever, as you said, very common tea. Tonight I had genmaicha. As you know, there is rice inside, so the low caffeine, hojicha, just smelling, just this genmai, so the rice, or the hojicha, the roasting flavor, it's really lasting 1 or 2 minutes, but it gives you a different energy.
I think
Then,
so.
of course, yeah, you cannot stay there and meditate about from where this energy comes from, but somehow it arrives to you, it hits you.
I think so.
We are totally agree on this. I'm so happy that you are my first guest because this is what I want to communicate to people. And I want to keep on doing this with Tealisa and with this Instagram live. I want to communicate to people that you can always find a little moment for yourself with a cup of tea. And yeah, it just gives you a little bit of coziness and really precious time.
I think it's
So.
important, the message you're trying to share, because I think many people don't realize that either drink quick tea bag tea, or maybe they are sometimes scared about the whole tea concept. Maybe they think, oh, there's too much fuss about it, too much ceremony, too much. It doesn't have to. Of course you can, but
So no ceremony, whatever cup of tea, even herbal tea. I know that Italian people loves to switch to herbal after so many coffees during the day. It's totally fine. Just have your moment, and I don't know if you also afterward. Of course, now I'll try to save this. I don't want to keep everybody on hold. We started with some connection problems, so sorry about this. But I hope that this message that Anna and myself wanted to give you arrives. And nothing, we will share. And thank you for keep on doing what you do. Big hi to Obubu Tea Farm and the guys of Global Japanese Teas.
definitely I wanted to give a shout out. If anybody's interested, they can check the Global Japanese Tea Association profile or website.
I
And
will tag and put everything because our aim is to spread this passion for tea. You will make friends. I said that at the beginning. Anna and we never met in person, but I feel like I knew her since ages now. So it's nice. It's a very, very nice meaning to keep connected. So, okay. So I think that for today we can close this time for tea and we talk soon. Okay.
thank you so much
Keep in
for
touch. Let's try to save it and reshare it. And thank you, thank you. It was a
thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you,
Take your
everybody.
time.
Ciao, Anna. Grazie.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye
You too.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.